bad feeling about this.
It's over! Rising Wyvern! I'm not done! Stardust!
Divine Strength!
I'm so good with airborne parties. To them.
You're finished!
Flying free!
It's
Why
over!
can't they just sit still?
Sion, can you take care of them?
No sooner said than done!
It's over!
Now!
Remote!
Astral Energy!
Say no more! Got it!
Well done! I'm out of ammo! Gusty nail!
This one's all mine! You're mine! I'm on
Mega Ray! You are in tip-top shape!
As soon as I'm done here, come help out.
How could a girl ever say no?
These little ones are hardly worth our time.
Less talking, more pummeling.
Cut them apart to your heart's content.
Blah, blah, blah!
Do it! Too far! Go for it! Prepare to crumble!
Hold up! Is this as valuable as I think it is? All right.
There's nowhere to run from my heart. When he slows down, that's our chance.
Talon Hurricane!
No
Keep
further.
up with a wall!
Here I go.
You
require a hand.
Here!
Here I come. Roll away. Rising Wyvern. Thrust.
Annihilation! Arrow! One more time!
Thrust. I'm on. Swallow blade.
Talon
You're mine.
Shiny Supernova! Reload!
You're on.
That's when you get into the
No
floor!
escape.
Mega Ray!
Slap.
Knuckles! Shiny Supernova!
Here I come. Rising Wyvern. It's over. I'm on it.
Lost! Get toasty!
Burn strike.
Right, next one!
My turn. You're
Already on.
Do it.
Go, Halim!
All yours, Kisara.
Got some interesting moves there, Dohalim. I'm glad you're on our side.
I'm simply glad to hear that I can make myself useful to you all. Huh?
What's wrong?
We seem to have come across some rather unusual objects.
What, you mean that pile of garbage?
No mere garbage, I assure you. Still, I've never seen anything shaped like it before. I'm intrigued.
Are you curious about this stuff, Rinwell?
Yeah. I think he might have found some old Danon relics. They look like the remains of a bunch of objects that disappeared after the Renans first invaded.
And yet here I am, holding them without so much as a second thought. I imagine the sight must be unsettling to you.
Not really, just that it must be nice to be a Renan who has time to indulge in stuff like that, unlike the rest of us.
Are you interested in this stuff too, Dohalim?
Charmed may be a better turn of phrase. I simply love objects that can give me a sense of what their maker was thinking, the history that went into their creation. You see, we Renans have hardly any such objects that trace back to our distant past.
I still don't understand what you two find so intriguing about it, though.
Why not? We're talking about our own culture here.
I get that, but it's not like this stuff is any use now, does it? It's just old. Real old.
Oh, but it does. Holding it in your hands like this, one can feel and engage with the distant past in a way no history book can ever accomplish.
I'll take your word for it. Well, seeing as it's Danon history, just make sure you're careful with it. All right, Dohalim?
But of course. There's history in the air here. I can smell it.
I don't smell anything.
Don't encourage him.
Visibility along this path will remain limited for some time. Take care not to get ambushed.
I'm surprised you know the terrain here so well. Lords don't strike me as having much time for wandering in the woods.
Sometimes I would take strolls along here when I wished to be alone.
You always did have a bad habit of disappearing without telling any of us guardsmen. I have a bad feeling about this.
Rising Wyvern!
Here I come!
Everyone
Rising Wyvern!
Pesky airborne scoundrel!
Sounds like a job for yours truly!
Rising Wyvern!
What you through? I'm out of ammo! Weak now! Annihilation! Mega Ray! Annihilation! Up and at 'em! Let's go!
Demon Fang! Here I come!
It might take guts to fight without a weapon.
I'm not brave. I just do what I have to.
If you're ever in a pinch, just say the word.
You're most comfortable at a range, aren't you? And not really built for close quarters combat. Nor am I. The astral energy is surging around me.
How do you even know about all that astrally stuff?
Same way I know what you do in the middle of the night.
What? Are you serious?
Right, here goes! Here I come! It's over! No further! Here I come! It's over! Slap!
It's a duel of the arts!
Demon Fang! He's got flyers!
I've got one! Let mercy housing you!
All yours!
Lucky nail!
Here I come! You're finished! Rising Wyvern!
Here's the healing arc!
Slap!
First aid!
Rising Wyvern!
Now! This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
See you continue on in that vein.
Coming through! Ha! Now! Scarlet Inferno!
Glacial Spear! Here's Eagle!
You're my Here I come!
Take this!
Swallow Blade!
Do it! Do it! This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
With your flames and my technique,
We're stronger together than we are apart.
It's so hilly around here. I can feel my feet getting blisters.
That's mountain hiking for you. It can be pretty tough if you're not used to these sorts of trails.
I take it you're comfortable with them then?
Out of our way!
Take this!
May 1,000 games
Take off
for a dream.
Rising
A
Wyvern!
whirling struggle.
Winds of heaven, pierce evil. Freeze Lancer. Now,
Look sharp! Lightning Tiger Blade!
see that?
That training's paying off! It's over! Luna
leave the
Rondo!
enemy's arcs to me.
No complaints here!
You're on! Take this! You're done! Finished! We did it!
These little ones are hard to work.
I'll crush you! Lightning reflexes! Tenebrous claw!
This should come in handy when crafting weapons.
Little help.
Take this! You're finished! Rising Wyvern!
Freezing storm.
Luna Rondo! Take this!
Art expert, coming through.
Rising Wyvern! I'm not done!
Now. Freezing storm. Astral energy. Full throttle.
Here I come! You're finished! Demon Tang!
I'm only getting
You're mine! It's over! I'm on it!
Now
we're in the groove.
Raging cascade. Astral energy.
Say no more!
Am I on a roller? I've got a really bad feeling about this. Freezing storm.
You're on! One last shot! You're mine! It's over!
Freezing
Demon
storm.
Tang!
All right.
Here I come! You're finished!
Tornado. Now.
Rising Wyvern!
Kitara frozen.
Hammer! Didn't even break a sweat.
Right, here goes!
In a bind?
You're mine! It's over! Rising Wyvern! Strike! Stardust!
This'll come in handy.
You're on! You're done! Take this! Here I come! You're escape! Ignite! Here I come! You're finished! Rising Wyvern! Take this!
The enemy wields arts too.
You'll soon see about that.
Take this!
May 1,000 games ready to play.
Rising Wyvern! Here I come! It's over! Lightning thrust! I'm not done! You're on!
Shouldn't have messed with me.
Try harder! Take this! Rising Wyvern! Here I come! You escape! Swallow Blade! Strike! Demon Fang! Take this! You're finished!
Glacial Spear.
You're on!
Lightning Laser. Raging
Take this!
Cascade.
It's over!
Fresh.
Rising Wyvern! This
Do it.
one's all mine!
Get toasty.
Burn Strike!
I need to be stronger.
We got some good equipment.
I can't say its appearance is to my tastes, personally.
More Danon ruins here too, I see.
What were people even thinking back then? Trying to build anything around here.
Maybe they just had that much time and energy on their... hands.
No backing down! Take this! You're finished!
Only getting defeated.
Demon Fang! You're mine!
Here I go.
You're mine!
Whoa!
Here I come!
Freezing storm! Air thrust!
Hurricane
Now! Keep going! Go for it!
Prepare to crumble! Glacial Spear! Pierce
No.
evil! Push!
Enough! You're finished!
Supernova! Freeze Blaster!
Rising Falcon! Rising Wyvern!
Permanent Trigger!
Take this!
Searing
You're
Flame!
finished!
Arrow Ball!
Rising Wyvern! It's over!
Do it! Photon Blast! First aid!
You're mine!
Here!
Rising Wyvern!
Now!
Remote!
Astral Energy!
Say no more! I still got a ways to go!
Let's dispose of the trash.
I'm not done! Swallow Blade! Rising Wyvern! I'll run you through! I'm not done! Stunner!
Divine
Rising Falcon!
Reload!
Strike!
Searing Flame!
Slash!
I'm all stuffed up!
Take
Permanent
this!
Ranger! Lightning!
You're
Downpour!
on! You're mine!
Flame! What's in between?
You're mine!
Annihilation!
Rising Falcon!
Do it!
Not again!
Xion! Astral Energy! Full throttle!
I think I'm getting stronger.
Ow! You're mine!
Ranger!
It's over! Demon Fang!
Arrow Ball!
Rising Falcon!
Here I go!
You're mine!
Eat this! Do it!
Rising!
Astral Energy! Full throttle!
Certainly not bad. No complaints here.
I sure have built up a sweat with this hike.
Rest assured, we have reached the top. It's all downhill from here, quite literally.
So Mahag Sar's just up ahead then?
No backing down! Here I come! Rising Wyvern!
Not on my watch!
Here I come! You're finished!
Mega Ray!
Sonar!
Annihilation!
Remote!
Astral Energy!
Say no more! Got it!
Well done!
You're mine! You're finished! Eat this! Rising Wyvern! No escape! Stunner!
Firmament Ranger!
You're mine! You're finished! Flaming Thrust! You're finished!
What's this place here? Some kind of old house?
I don't know about that. If I...
Get lost!
You're mine!
Hey, when did I get so popular?
Rising Wyvern! Stunner! You're on!
Light Astral Energy!
Take this! Here I come! You're finished! Rising Wyvern! You're finished! You're on! Flaming Thrust! Demon Fang! Demon
Your
Fang!
power is a spectacle to behold.
I'm not trying to be dramatic. Still, it's a party. Embrace it.
Plasma Shock!
Steel! Searing Flame!
Coming through! Ha! Melt! Scarlet Inferno! Onward and upward.
Go no further!
No further! Through escape! Swallow blade!
Shining supernova! Raging cascade!
Mirage!
Out of ammo!
First strike! Here I come!
Hurricane!
You're finished! Rising Wyvern! Strike! Stardust! You're mine! You're finished! Take this!
Come on,
Yeah.
healing art! Thunder
You're
field!
mine! You're finished!
Dance in the wind!
Rising White Shield!
This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
See you continue on in that vein.
Yes, my lady?
Something you wanted to say?
Hey! Poodle's quivering! I think we're about to be real lucky!
Let's dispose of the trash.
Ignite!
Here goes!
You're mine!
Raging cascade!
You're finished!
In a bind?
Swallow blade!
Dance in the wind! Airdrop!
Through escape! Swallow blade! Take this! I'll run you through! Mirage!
Field!
Take this! It's over! Rising
Tide of battle has turned.
escape!
That's the power of comrades in arms.
Comrades in arms.
What? Too sentimental?
Here I come! I'll run you through! You're mine! You're finished! You're mine! Prepare to be seized! First strike! It's over! Demon Fang!
Annihilation!
Rising Falcon!
I'm on a roll!
It's over!
Astral energy! Full throttle!
This is barely target practice.
Then why bother fighting them?
Because I certainly won't run away from a battle. This'll make us even more formidable.
Through these lands most verdant green, my eyes alight for sights unseen. In Menancia, pure and pristine.
What is it you see exactly?
That's not for me to say.
Get lost!
Here I come! It's over! Rising Wyvern! I'm not done! Stardust! Mirage! I'll take you all on! Take this! You're finished! Rising Wyvern! It's over! We turn the tables on him!
There is no more left!
Rising! Right! No time to hold back!
Now! Frozen!
Hammer! Not a chance! I'm not... Stardust! Mirage! Strike! Be
Now!
still!
Frozen!
Hammer! Not a chance!
Cyan instant!
Stardust!
Leap with
Mirage!
darkness!
Strike! Rising Wyvern!
None shall escape my judgment! I'll end you!
Here I come!
Do it! More! I'll stop your movement!
And I'll stop your life!
This calls for a celebratory drink.
Guess I misread the landing. Still thinking about how to act around Dohalim?
That obvious, huh? Except I don't think I'll be changing much after all. Don't get me wrong, I'm not going to stay his servant. However, I am going to treat him like a fellow comrade, the same way I would with you or anyone else. For as long as I can remember, I've spent my life protecting others. But isn't that what friends do too? Support and protect one another in times of need?
Which in the end pretty much means doing as you've always done, right? If that's what you're most comfortable with, I'm certainly not going to give you any grief over it.
Actually, I've been thinking about how I ought to act around you all as well.
Oh?
When I set out on this journey, it was to rid Elde Menancia of its enemies and search for wisdom in the outside world. Wisdom that I could potentially put to use on my return. I'm grateful to you all for letting me tag along. But it got me thinking, what am I actually contributing by being here?
What are you talking about? You know how to hold a weapon, don't you? That's help enough.
Is it though? Sometimes I wish there was more I could be doing to pull my...
Oops, sorry about that. Jeez, I'm famished.
Now that you mention it, what do you guys normally do for food and meals when you're out and about on your travels?
What do you mean, what do we do? We find stuff to eat and eat it. So long as it's meat, I'm not fussy.
Eating what you like can be good for morale in the short term, but you need to think about your diet if you want to stay healthy.
Does that mean eating vegetables too?
Isn't that obvious?
It does, which I guess hasn't been happening up till now.
Yeah, to be honest, we could be eating better than we do.
Understood. In that case, I'll just have to make sure you're all staying healthy and eating right myself. Fortunately, I happen to know a thing or two about cooking as well.
You hear that, Law? Sounds like you'll be eating your greens after all.
What is it?
No, sorry, it's just... I was just wondering if you had any thoughts on all this.
It will do her good to have a project.
No, not Kisara. I meant you. Was there anything you wanted to add?
Me? Certainly you're not looking to me for culinary skill, I hope.
Typical Renan, leaving everything to someone else.
Rinwell, I don't think...
That said, should you need my skills on the battlefield, please rest assured I have no intention of shirking my responsibilities, regardless of who we may face.
I'm sure no one doubts that. Listen, guys, if we're traveling together, we should probably at least try to make an effort to get to know one another, don't you think?
I wouldn't get your expectations too high in that regard. Believe it or not, sometimes I'm not sure I even know myself all that well.
Something wrong? You look like you're deep in thought.
Not exactly. I was merely thinking about you two and your sense of etiquette.
Oh?
Etiquette?
Indeed. To be quite frank, I find your lack of manners to be nigh intolerable.
That's not being frank, that's being and forget it. Do we really need to talk about this now?
Yes. I find such impropriety on your parts to be deeply unsettling. It concerns me greatly.
What do you want us to do? We were slaves. We never got to learn how to be proper like you.
Yeah, what he said. Maybe you missed how we were just focused on surviving.
Perhaps, but Kisara here demonstrates that it's quite possible for a Denon to learn proper manners.
That's because I was given the opportunity to learn. Moreover, my duties as a guardsman required it. Not every realm is like Menancia, as you well know.
Yeah, I don't think it's fair to hold us to some other city standards.
Exactly. You've got to remember what it's been like for us living under the Rena elsewhere.
I will concede that you do indeed make a valid point. It would appear, for all my espousing the virtues of equality between our peoples, I was still looking down on the two of you.
You don't need to beat yourself up. I wasn't that offended by what you said, man.
Nevertheless, I shall mind my words from here on out. Having said that, I do believe you two would still benefit from learning the basics of proper society. I would be more than happy to teach you both when we camp out, if you like.
Yeah, no, I'll pass. Acting all prim and proper isn't really my style.
If you say so. How about you, Law? Would you like to learn? Although I suppose my first task is to reform your attitude toward the idea of good etiquette.
You're not gonna let this go, are you?
Hey, let's stop for a minute.
What's up? You already tired?
My armor's pretty heavy. I think I need a little rest.
I second that. All of this walking is starting to take its toll on me as well.
What? You don't look it.
We can't spare the time. There's places we need to be. Mahag Saar's capital, Niez, is our destination right now.
But if one of us collapses, it will only serve to slow us down. And in your case, Alphen is the only one who could carry you. Best to rest while you have the opportunity.
Enough already. I need a break, so we're taking one.
I don't need you fretting over me.
Fretting? Hey, it's not like I'm...
Been looking for you.
For me? Why?
He's tough.
Who are you? You said you were looking for me. Why?
Beautiful, precious life.
What the...
That is all I desire.
Then why are we fighting? Who even are you? No escape! Swallow blade! Be free! Die! Here I come! Take this! Strike! Eat this! Swallow blade! Strike! Who the hell are you? Bastard!
This guy's not normal.
His speed is unbelievable.
You mean he even surpasses a lord?
What's this?
Field! Mega Ray!
Here I come!
Annihilation! Mega Ray!
No escape!
Here, let me
Take
help.
this!
Did you just hear me?
Yes, I need your number.
Right.
Mega Ray!
You're mine!
Housing
It's
War!
over!
Here's the healing art!
Rising Wyvern!
A freezing storm!
That's it!
Here's the ice tornado!
Take this! I'm not done!
Fall.
Shining supernova!
You're mine! Burn it!
Show me your strength.
Take this!
Here's a healing
You're
art!
finished!
Air Roll now! Photon flash! Raging
See what happened there if you crossed me. Should have done that.
Here's evil!
Is that all that you've got? Very well. Then die.
a wretch like you.
Till next time.
Shion, wake up, please!
Alphen?
Shion!
Thanks, but you're kinda crushing me.
Sorry.
It's okay. And so am I. It's not as bad as it looks.
Not bad. That's... Shion, we thought
I'm
you were...
fine. Really.
What the hell were you thinking?
Well, you were trying to protect me too, you know.
Yeah, but I have the sword. It's different.
It's not different. Besides,
Hmm?
Never mind. It's nothing. Anyway, thank you.
But I didn't... Look, I'm just glad that you're...
Alphen?
Sorry.
That guy said he'd be back. I think maybe we should get moving before he returns, right?
Rinwell has a good point. We need to go. Shion, are you sure you're okay?
Shion, are you sure you're okay?
Yeah, I already applied some healing arts to it. It didn't even leave a scar.
But his sword went nearly straight through you.
I'm all right. Unless I've turned into some kind of ghost and I'm haunting you all right now.
No, I know you're not. It's just...
Look, I appreciate you looking out for me, but I'm fine. Really.
There was also that strange light that appeared when Shion was stabbed. It seemed to make the enemy retreat when he saw it. Alphen, do you have any idea what it might have been?
A light? I don't know. I was kind of preoccupied with other things at the time.
Now that I think of it, between that light and the blazing sword, just what sort of person are you, Alphen? Can you use Dahnan astral arts like Rinwell, perhaps?
He wouldn't know, Dohalim. He doesn't have any memories from his past, remember? Besides, we should really be getting out of here.
I suppose you're right. Forgive me. We've almost reached Niez, the capital of Mahag Saar. With any luck, we'll find a place there for Shion to rest. Hey.
How are you holding up after that last fight? You're not too hurt, are you?
I'm fine, really. See for yourself.
If things get too tough out there, go ahead and fall back. I can take a beating if I need to.
I'm not here just to stand around and have everyone protect me.
I get that, but there's nothing wrong with admitting you have weaknesses too.
Do I look like I'm just trying to put on a brave face to you?
I can't feel pain, but you still can, can't you?
Look, I appreciate you're trying to look out for me, but even you go down in fights from time to time. Please, stop trying to babysit me. It's getting old.
It's not that. I just...
Leon, can you take care of them?
No sooner said than done.
You're mine! You're finished!
Darkness.
Mirage!
I'm out of ammo.
No escape! This one's all mine!
Annihilation.
Take this!
Your power is a spectacle to behold.
I'm not trying to be dramatic with it.
Still, it's a part of you. Embrace it.
Now. Astral energy.
Say no more!
I wonder if I'm as strong as my dad was.
One day I think you'll surpass him.
I wonder when.
I won't forgive you.
You're mine!
I'm surrounded.
Rising sun! Here I come!
Lightning orb.
You're mine! It's over!
Demon score.
We got flyers!
I got this. Let a marksman handle it.
All yours!
Go get him. Raging cascade. Where are you going?
You're finished!
Leave the enemy's arcs to me.
Rising wyvern!
No place here.
Demon blade!
Now.
Light burst forth!
Radiant Genesis.
Not a chance!
Enemy laser.
Flush! Rising wyvern! Blue escape!
Wall.
Stardust!
Now.
Totally! In an instant! Impact block! I've still got a ways to go!
What's that big tower over there?
What do you say we check back in on the ranch?
Did we... really just spend that much money?
I may have exerted myself a little too much today.
Dohalim, your spare bracers were getting dirty, so I polished them up along with the rest of your equipment.
Why, thank you, Kisara. I greatly appreciate that.
Maybe it's just my imagination, but you sure seem to fuss over Dohalim a whole lot, Kisara.
It is a little strange. Almost like you're still in his service.
Really? That's certainly not my intention. Besides, he's not the only one I'm like that with. Hey, Law, I saw your clothes were starting to get holes in them, so I stitched them back up for you.
Oh, wow. Thanks, Kisara.
Point taken. Do you just like looking after people?
I wouldn't go so far as to say I like it, but I get anxious if I don't. I'd always like to help if I can. It comes naturally to me. Back in the day, Miguel and I used to look after the younger kids a lot, so that's probably where it comes from. He taught me everything I know, and I mean everything. How to cook with wild plants, how to sew clothes so they'll last. Without him, we never would have been able to survive.
However, you're not a lord anymore, Dohalim. You need to get used to the idea that people aren't just going to wait on you hand and foot.
Yes, you're absolutely right. I'm ashamed to admit that I felt no qualms about her doing all that for me. As both a Renan and especially as a lord, one becomes too accustomed to those beneath you tending to your every need, both Renans and Danans alike.
Sure, that's how all you Renans are probably raised. But just to be clear, we're not your servants, Dohalim. Got that?
Absolutely. Moments such as this provide me with ample opportunity to confront my unease. It is difficult to tend with my own motivations.
What do you mean?
The truth of the matter is that my espousal of coexistence in Menancia hardly came from an idealistic place. That instinctive unease I feel deep within serves as a reminder for what it is that all of us here fight for.
Don't be so hard on yourself. No one's going to abandon you if you aren't always perfect.
Looking at her now, I think she's more like his mom than his servant.
Done. This is sure to give the others some much-needed energy.
Kisara, let's talk for a bit.
Sorry for rambling on so much about my past earlier.
Don't sweat it. It was fun hearing you reminisce about the good old days.
Come on, you don't have to pretend with me. I know I can tend to go on sometimes, when it comes to my brother.
You said it, not me. Anyway, I don't think it's something for you to be embarrassed about.
Hey, Alphen. When you were a kid, was there ever a time when you had to bury someone younger than you?
Well, it's hard to say. I'm guessing that you have, though.
Yeah. During the previous crown contest, with the Lord before Dohalim. Life back then was truly hell. I think that's why I tried to ignore what Miguel was telling me for so long. Because I was afraid of going back to such a dark time. Of losing hope. I wanted to believe in our paradise so much that I doubted the one person I should have trusted most. I don't blame Dohalim for that. I simply didn't want to face facts. And I ended up trying to project my ideals onto everyone else.
It's strange. Whenever you and Dohalim talk about Menancia, it's always like it's some big failure. We're talking about fixing 300 years worth of damage here. Isn't it a bit optimistic to think it was all going to be resolved after only 5?
You might be right. Maybe it was a mistake when Menancia... No. When I decided to stop seeing the darkness in our society. I have to admit the truth. To myself, first of all. I'll take watch tonight. It's okay. Rise and shine. We're almost ready to leave.
Not this way, I guess.
Rising Wyvern! Rising Falcon! Lightning Thrust! Rising Falcon! Take this! It's over!
Pesky airborne scoundrels!
Sounds like it's done for yours truly! Astral Energy!
Say no more! Got it!
Well done!
Take this! You're finished! You're on! Be still!
Annihilation!
It's over!
Eat this! Do it!
Soda!
Kitara! Frozen!
Hammer!
Glacial Spear! Pierce Evil!
No escape! Demon Plague!
Laser! Eat this!
Rising Falcon!
All aboard the victory train!
Overconfidence can bite you in the butt.
Ah, guess I misread the landing.
Are we in the right place? This place looks like a mess.
Yes, this is Niez, the capital of Mahag Sar.
I don't see any signs of people. And the buildings.
Yeah, this doesn't seem like the kind of place people would actually live.
No soldiers, no Danans, not a soul to be seen. Yet look at these facades. This is clearly a Renan district.
Hey, check out that drawing on the castle gate. That's the Darkwing's crest. It's from an old Danan legend about a hero who defeated an evil king with a torch and their trusty owl. That's his crest. I'm sure of it.
Really? First time I'm hearing it. So if someone drew it on the gate...
It must mean the Renans have lost control of the city.
Are you suggesting the Danans rose up and defeated the Lord here? Hard to believe, but not entirely unthinkable, given the evidence.
Let's look around and see if we can find someone. They might be able to tell us what happened. This is horrible.
Is there truly no one here?
all of these ruins look like they were made pretty recently.
But if that's the case, then where do you think the people that used to live here went off to? There must have been Dahnans and Renans, right?
That's a good question. Even if the Dahnans rebelled and managed to overthrow the Renans here, there should still be some people around.
This debris... Do you think it could be the work of Renan Astral Arts?
Perhaps. But the appearance of these ruins is rather uniform, which leads me to believe otherwise.
Hey, Rinwell. That story you told us about the Dark Wings. It said that the evil king was vanquished with a holy flame, right?
Yeah, that's right.
Then there might be some truth to that old story after all. It looks like all the rubble here had been scarred by flames.
Let's not jump to any conclusions just yet. If we can find someone around here, we might be able to get them to tell us what happened. Dohalim, you forgot to take care of the fire yesterday.
What do you mean, take care of? Ah, yes. You meant to put it out?
Yep. If it stays lit, we could end up in real trouble real fast.
I see. I apologize for not realizing that. I shall be more careful in the future.
The way he's talking, it's like the thought of putting it out himself never even occurred to him.
Moving on, Dohalim, I should mention that the clasp for your cape is about to come undone.
Oh yes, I tried to fix that myself, but it simply refused to cooperate with me.
I can't believe I'm hearing this. Are you telling me Renans can't even dress themselves?
Lords like Dohalim have attendants that take care of just about everything they need, so I'm not surprised he sometimes struggles with the basics.
Even by those standards, you've got to admit this is still a little extreme.
Shion has got a point. I mean, you don't see Renans like her needing so much help to get stuff done.
In my case, circumstances forced me to learn how to be independent. Even so, I still think Dohalim could afford to pick up a few more self-sufficient skills.
Well, specifically speaking, what would you suggest that I learn?
For starters, I think it'd be good for you to learn how to dress. And put on shoes. How to comb your hair is equally important. And learning to manage your possessions better. And then from there...
She sounds like his mom rattling all that off.
Oh, and another thing. About your owl, Rinwell.
What is it?
When he starts to molt, would you be willing to give me his old feathers? I think I could find a use for them.
What do you intend to do with those?
Well, recently, I haven't been sleeping well. However, I hear pillows made from owl feathers are very comfortable and wish to make one.
This is why I hate you, Renans!
Did I say something offensive?
Next time, put your own needs aside for a second and think about how someone might react first. Then consider if it's worth asking at all.
Maybe something's going on in the forest.
What are those out in the valley? Windmills? They're huge.
They're most likely used to harvest wind astral energy, so they have to be big.
All of you, stop right there! Don't move!
They have us surrounded.
Who are you? Where did you come from?
You first! Show yourself!
I'm the one asking the questions here. Don't try anything funny. One wrong move, and I guarantee we'll blow you away.
What are you...
My name is Alphen. I came here from Calaglia.
Alphen? The wielder of the blazing sword?
Getting pretty famous, isn't he?
Here is my proof. Will that suffice? Or do I have to burn down one of those houses to make my point?
No need. I believe you. I'm Beifong, of the Darkwings. Sorry for threatening to blow you away. We're still hunting down the remnants of the enemy forces, so everyone's more than a bit on edge right now. Please forgive me.
Remaining? Wait, you mean you already took down the Lord of this realm?
That's right. We took her weapons and turned them right back on her.
Are you the Dahnan leader here in Niez?
Nah, I'm just one of the commanders. Deadeye's the one who runs the show. I'd be happy to take you to him. Just one problem. The Renans. Seems the rumors you were running with them were true. You do understand, right? I mean, we only just liberated the city from their kind. Everyone's short on trust. And for good reason. Especially Deadeye. I think it'd be best if those two waited outside.
Not going to happen.
I don't think it's a good idea for us to split up. It's too dangerous.
Then it's on your head, friend. Our base is that way.
You could have left me behind, you know.
This isn't just about you, Dohalim.
Ah, yes.
I guess even after you beat the Renans, your work's only really just begun, huh?
Yeah. This place seems like it's got a lot of issues to fix.
So you're Alphen, are ya? Thought you'd be bigger. Huh. Guess the armor beefs you up a bit. You've got a lot of people talking, you know. But in this town, I call the shots. You play by my rules here. Just remember that. Gotta say, I didn't expect you to run with a gang of women and kids. Those other lords must have been real pushovers, huh?
Seriously? Are you this rude to everyone you meet?
Don't interrupt me, you brat. Didn't your parents teach you any manners?
Why, you?
So you're the one who took down the Lord of this realm, huh? How'd you pull that off?
We just swiped the Renan's explosives. And then we blasted them all to hell and back.
Explosives? That's a pretty bold approach. But how'd you manage to avoid hurting your own people?
I didn't, that's how. But the chance to take out a lord was worth the sacrifice.
And the Lord? What did this sacrifice earn you?
Unfortunately, we couldn't manage to finish her off. But now we've really got the girl on the run.
She ran? A lord?
Yeah, the lady was just a coward. She had a whole lot more bark than bite, that's for sure. She's probably hiding off in a hole somewhere. But not for long. We'll find her and drag her right back into town. Then she'll get what's coming to her.
I wouldn't be so sure. She may run, but she'll never go quiet.
Shut up, Bright Eyes! I would have run you through already if you weren't with the blazing sword here.
The whole reason you're fighting is to free the Danans in this realm, is it not? If so,
Shut your
then...
mouth, witch! That's enough! If you're really fighting for us Danans, why keep these bastards around? Why haven't you killed them already?
I'm not going to kill these bastards.
Is that the case, huh? Then tell me the point of this show.
They're my friends.
Friends? Renans are Renans. The scum-sucking bastards who've been draining our souls for 300 years now! But you knew that. Maybe it's 'cause you and that little lady are friends and more.
Son of a... You'll pay for that!
That's enough! Deadeye, you know that was completely uncalled for.
All of you, get the hell out of my realm! And don't ever come back! This is Danan's realm and it's ours, understand? I call the shots here. And I make the rules. I do, Deadeye'm, leader of the Dark Wings!
Yeah! Deadeye'm! Liberator Deadeye'm! You are the true leader of this realm! We're not afraid of any Bright Eyes!
It's only a matter of time before I throw every last Bright Eye out of this realm!
The Dark Wings! The Dark Wings rule!
Hey, wait up. Told you so, didn't I? You should have left your Renan pals outside.
You don't agree with him, do you? I could tell by the look on your face in there.
That's how things are with him. He loses his temper, then I step in and calm things down.
Better you than me.
If that's all, I think it's past time we were going.
Look, I just wanted to apologize for what Deadeye'm said in there.
At least somebody's got some manners around here.
He didn't used to be like that. But, well, that's what losing most of your loved ones will do to a man. He may never forgive the Renans.
It's a little ironic how indistinguishable his manner is to that of a lord.
Hey, Beifan? Deadeye mentioned the Lord is still on the run. Any ideas where she might be?
We looked all over, but found no traces of her. We heard some rumblings about activity in Estaluva Forest, but that's it.
Estaluva, huh?
Wait, you're not going after her, are you? Certainly won't win you any favors with Deadeye'm.
This isn't Deadeye'm's war, and we're certainly not fighting it for him. Besides, it's like Shion said, her type isn't going to go quietly.
Hey, it's your funeral. Don't say I didn't warn you.
We'll be sure to keep you out of it. Before we set out, though, is there anywhere around here we can rest?
Sure. Building at the end of the road, opposite side. It's all yours. We use it as temporary lodging, to house people who don't have a new place to live quite yet.
We're not going to run into any trouble there, are we?
Rumors of a certain fiery sword have spread fast. I doubt anyone will be eager to give you guys problems. And here's where I say my farewell. You're on your own, but good hunting.
Before you go, how come you don't hate the Renans as well?
Oh, believe me, I've got my bone to pick with the Renans. Just not with two of them I've never so much as laid eyes on before.
Let's head on over to that lodge. We'll figure out what our next move is there.
I get the feeling Deadeye'm signed up to be a rebel, so he could have a roost to rule. Heck, he's no better than a lord. In some ways, he's even worse.
I know. How could he use explosives on his own people?
And yet, despite the toll of his actions, none of the Danans we've seen seem to question his assumed authority in the least. If anything, they may well consider him a hero, which would say a great deal toward how deeply they resented the Renans here.
Still, I don't think this is as simple as saying the good guys won out over the bad ones.
Yeah, I don't either. Deadeye might have managed to drive the Renans out of Niez, but that doesn't make the way he did it okay. No matter which way you look at it.
A victory that's earned by throwing away the lives of his own people? No, that isn't a victory at all. I can understand that the Danans here are standing up against their oppression, but that doesn't mean they have to humiliate all Renans just to settle the score.
I'm perfectly able to stand up for myself, Alphen. Besides, I'm used to it by...
But you shouldn't have to be, Shionne. It's just... What I mean to say is, when you've been a slave for so long, it's easy to accept that's how it should be because it's all you've ever known. Constantly being belittled is no different. I don't think that's fair. For me or for you.
I just don't know, man.
Don't know what?
Deadeye managed to drive out a real live Renan Lord. That's incredible. And he seems to have a lot of supporters surrounding him too. But he's got an attitude worse than any angry Zeugle. Plus, Niez is in utter ruins. I don't have a clue what his game is.
The Renans are powerful. And because of that, it takes a strong leader to have any hope of toppling them. However, when you take down one dictator only to replace them with another, ultimately it's just business as usual.
If it'd been Zephyr instead of Deadeye, I don't think things would have turned out like this.
Rinwell.
Yeah, I think so too. Zephyr did things differently top to bottom. He's not the kind of person who would have forced his own views or decisions on other people. When you do that, you're ruling over others, not leading them.
To be honest, I don't know what I would have wanted my dad to do if he was in that position.
Law.
The whole thing feels weird in a way. It's a weird kind of feeling, but at the same time, part of me also feels happy. Deadeye and my dad are two very different men. For now, I'm content knowing that.
The city is liberated, and yet the air still hums with fear and anxiety. It reminds me all too well of how Viscent once was.
Hums? You mean like music?
Yeah, none of this sounds like music to my ears. In fact, I've never seen any Danans with musical instruments in my life.
You don't need instruments to play music. It can emerge naturally from the sounds of people going about their day and the hustle and bustle of life.
You seem to care a lot about music, Dohalim. I didn't know that about you.
Have I not mentioned it? Before I was a candidate for the lordship, I had my heart set on the life of a musician.
You? A musician?
Indeed, music enriches the world around us. I trained day and night to hone my art. Words could not describe my bliss, as my notes carried with them the sights and sounds of nature, the ebb and flow of time, and the thoughts of people on the wind.
Dohalim.
Forgive me. My loquaciousness can get the best of me at times.
Don't apologize. It's interesting hearing what Renan culture is like.
Even though the Renans destroyed all of our arts and culture.
Personally, I was interested in the music of Dana as well. The fact that generations of lords deemed music to be of no use to their slaves and outright forbade the ownership of instruments is lamentable. Not that my words can undo the damage already done.
What's wrong? All right.
What the?
Hey.
Yeah!
Good.
All right!
see anybody around here who could use our help?
We can't chase...
Mm-hmm. Well...
I see. Oh.
Just great.
Excuse me!
Good.
That's some cryptic text, all right.
It could mean anything. Can't we just look around the area for clues or something?
Hey! Maybe these are supposed to be different locations?
Oh, now you're into this too, huh? Huh? I think someone's calling out for us.
They could have something they need.
Oh, yeah? How's this? Great!
Yes. Hey.
Good.
Really? What? Yes!
All right. Right.
Really?
What?
Huh?
All right.
Yes!
Over there.
Huh? Yes!
All right.
Yes!
Huh.
All right.
By the by, Shion, if you don't mind my asking, would you be willing to share what sort of clothes are currently in fashion on Rena sometime?
Sure. As long as you call me Captain.
Sir, yes, sir, Captain Shion.
I was just joking. Kinda has a nice ring to it, though.
That Deadeye creep certainly has a few screws loose, that's for sure.
Forget that guy. Right now, we need to discuss how we're going to proceed.
What's there to discuss? Deadeye and his crew have already brought down the Lord here. Just let them finish her off.
I want to go after her.
I second that. I think it's the best thing to do right now. We don't know if the Darkwings have what it takes to beat her. I'm worried what'll happen if we leave her to her own devices.
You make a good point, Rinwell. And maybe I'm just being overconfident, but between us and them, I think we have a better chance at defeating her.
I have to agree. This realm isn't going to be truly safe as long as that Lord is still running around out there. We need to act.
Fine by me. But isn't Deadeye just gonna take all the credit once we're done?
Our job is to break down the walls that oppress Dana. What he chooses to build in their place, that's his problem. For now, we'll head to this Estaluva forest Bayfon told us about. Whatever we decide to do, though, we should take some time to rest first. We've barely stopped since Menancia. Where are you going?
Alphen.
You should get some rest. What's got you up at this hour?
Just let me be for a minute, okay? Why don't you go back to the inn?
I will when you do.
Have it your way.
Shion. The Lord's days are numbered. I haven't forgotten our promise. You can trust me, you know. Maybe even lean on me a little. If you want.
And if I say I will you finally give it a rest?
Yeah, of course. Try to get some rest, okay?
What was all that about?
So we're just going to check things out, right? In whatever that forest is called.
Estaluva Forest. Next time, pay attention.
Got sand in my eyes!
The winds outside the capital are blowing as strongly as ever.
You can definitely see why people call this place the Valley of the Four Winds.
Indeed. Mahag Saar is the realm of wind, just as Ganeth Heros is for water.
Earth, water, fire, wind, light, and darkness. Rena is aligned to darkness, leaving each realm one element each.
Is that because some elements are easier to gather in certain areas than others?
That is certainly possible, but I suspect the biggest reason is to prevent the lords from squabbling over resources.
Funny. You would think infighting would come naturally to an elite class vying for a crown.
True, but the Renans rule as a minority. Fighting ourselves would just be destructive. Though, as you saw in Menancia, any abstention from fighting is merely a facade.
In the end, you all get usurped whether you like it or not.
That may be true, but something tells me that this time is different.
We have to catch up to the Lord first if we want answers. Let's keep moving.
What is that ring of rocks over there for? They don't look like they formed naturally to me.
Oh yeah. Funny, I guess I've gotten used to weird rock formations. They didn't even register as being out of the ordinary.
Most likely, they were brought over by us Renans when we first invaded the planet.
Wait, those? So does that mean there's some kind of machine then? And if so, what in the world were they even used for?
To manipulate the properties of Dana's astral energy.
Really?
Think about it. Isn't it strange that the type of energy each realm collects is so fixed? Astral energy by nature isn't meant to skew towards one element or another so heavily.
So the Renans reformed it for the crown contest.
Sounds like the crazy thing a Renan would do.
Renans these days are more advanced than Danans in some ways, but even they don't seem capable of doing something on that grand a scale. Or is that something that's possible on Lenegis? Or maybe the Renan homeworld?
I can't claim to know everything about my own kind, but I myself have never seen anything that would be capable of such a drastic feat.
But at some point they did just that. Those are the sort of people we're up against. We should do our best not to forget that.
You're so amazing, Kisara. You can cook, you can fix weapons. I feel like there's practically nothing you can't do.
Maybe you should take a page out of her book and learn to make yourself more useful then.
I'd be happy to teach you if you want, Rinwell. I learned most everything I know from my brother.
Really? Even how to sew and do laundry?
Yes, indeed. He knew how to do anything.
Sounds like he was a pretty handy guy when he was alive.
He was. I'd always follow him around and badger him with questions. I was a real pain in the neck. Now that I think about it, he and Lagiel were the ones who taught me how to raise cats, too.
Lagiel is that woman who was with him in the Gold Dust Cats, right? I remember now. The one with the really pretty hair.
Funny you mention that. He also taught me how to maintain my hair. Not that those lessons stopped it from getting all tangled up during training.
I think it still looks gorgeous.
From what I can tell, it would appear as though the only thing he didn't manage to teach you was how to apply makeup.
No, but that didn't stop him from trying. He really wanted to teach me everything. Only reason he couldn't was because I prioritized my training.
And here I was trying to make a joke.
I can't tell if she's being serious. The only one here who knows him well enough was her.
Yeah, I guess only Miguel could have told us if it's actually true.
Alphen, have you been washing your clothes? It may not be my place to say this, but... frankly, they're starting to stink.
Now that you mention it, it has been a while since I did any laundry.
I'll wash them for you if you want. Just remember to give them to me the next time you get changed.
Oh, okay. Sure. Thanks, Kisara.
And, Law, Rinwell, yours are starting to look a bit ragged.
What do you expect? Of course they're going to tear up when we're out there fighting so much.
Yeah, but it's still kind of embarrassing, having it pointed out like this.
And Shion?
I wouldn't touch me if I were you.
Of course. My apologies. All I wanted to say was that your sleeves are getting a little bit dirty.
You don't need to worry so much, Kisara. It's only natural our clothes are gonna get a little dirty while we're traveling around.
That's no excuse. Your outward appearance says a lot about your inner well-being.
Now you've really set her off.
Suffice to say, it would appear that the traditions of the Guard are still alive and well within her.
What do you mean? What do the Guardsmen do that's so special?
Mostly, I'm simply referring to the fact that they're a very regimented and cleanly group of people.
Do I really sound that weird to you guys? Keeping your clothes clean and mended is completely normal to me.
Don't get us wrong. We appreciate the thought, Kisara. But we've got a long journey ahead. It wouldn't hurt to relax your standards. Just a little.
If you're sure. I wasn't trying to overdo it, I promise. However, if it's making the rest of you tense, I'll do my best to tone it down from here on out. Still, if everyone could bring their laundry and clothes they want fixed, that'd be great. I'll take care of it all for you guys tonight.
Don't you ever get tired?
Oh?
Is
Hey! Sure.
No. All right. Really?
Yes!
What?
What? Well, that was a huge miscalculation.
Yet you've drained your glass all the same.
Hi, Hootle!
Take this!
Reload!
Take this!
Reload! He's like there's rings around us!
Come and face me!
Lightning orbs! Here I go! I'm only getting lightning! Seal!
You're mine!
Prepare to be seized, O fleet of foot. Actually, perhaps balance more appropriate.
Let's talk
You picked the wrong fight!
We're in the home stretch, guys!
What'd she say?
Eyes on the prize! That focus goes double for you, Law!
Me? How come I get singled out?
Seal! Get out of there with the others!
It's over!
Radiant, here!
Here I come! You're finished! Swallow Blade!
Prepare to be sealed.
You're finished!
Do it! Go! This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
That's some power you wield.
You're the one who did the heavy lifting.
Somehow, things are even worse outside the city than they are inside.
Yeah, it's all ruined. Houses and everything else.
Even if it was all in the name of beating the Renans, this is...
I think Hootle senses something.
Why didn't the Renans take advantage of...
It'll be a breeze. Get in, get out.
Here I come! No further! Demon Fang! Be still!
I'll end you!
Roll away! Take this! It's over!
We're on the home stretch now.
Don't take your eyes off the prize.
I'm quite aware without you reminding me.
You're mine! You're finished! You're on!
Do it! This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
That's what I like to hear.
Let's dispose of the trash.
It's over! First strike! Rising Warrior! They got me flanked! I'm not done yet! First strike! You're on! Demon Fang! Take this! Eat this! It's over! Hurricane!
Pesky airborne scoundrels.
Sounds like a job for yours
You're
truly.
on! First strike! You're mine! First strike! Rising Warrior! Take this! You're finished! You're on!
May a thousand gales carry
No
your strength.
escape! Swallow Blade!
Blazing storm.
Take this! You're finished! You're on! First strike!
May a thousand gales carry you to strength.
Strike! Swallow Blade!
Here I go.
Bring it on! I'm not done!
Do it!
Ring light!
Frozen.
Hammer!
This is barely target practice.
Then why bother fighting them?
Because I certainly won't run away from a battle.
No choice.
Here.
You're mine! You're finished! It can hide itself? Amazing! Here I come! It's over! Try harder! My turn! Rising Wyvern! It's over! Hurrah!
Yeah, I'll be okay.
Here's a healing arc.
I'm sorry to be a bother.
We've all got enough on our
Take it!
Yes, ma'am.
You're finished! Burn!
Here, let me help.
Right! You're finished!
I'll crush you! Lightning reflexes! Tenebrous claw!
Here's a healing arc.
You're mine!
First aid.
It's over!
Serpent knuckle. Dance in the wind. Flame.
You're
Let's get
finished!
you all tucked away.
Radiant. Here. I'm out of ammo.
You're mine! It's over! Rising Wyvern! Rising... Orochi's Fury! Here I come!
So much for sitting this fight out.
That wouldn't be a complaint.
Nope, that'd be silly.
It's time to finish this. Die. Consuming wildfire. Here's a healing arc.
Picture of hell.
First
There
aid.
you go. Feel like me again.
Here's a healing arc.
This one keeps charging us!
That's what my shield's for. Get behind me.
Got it! I'll leave it to you! This one's all mine! Thrust! Talon Hurricane!
I lost my... Let you all down.
Stay away from my friend! Thrust! Portal Blade! Rising Wyvern! Not today!
The enemy wields arc too.
We'll soon see about that.
I really only want anything in
Orochi's
order.
Fury! You're finished! Portal Blade!
In the groove.
Here I come!
I'm all set.
You're on! Orochi's
It's time to finish this. Die. Consuming wildfire.
Leave the chargers to me.
I never miss.
Totally! In an instant! Impact block!
That took more energy than I expected.
I wonder just how many people have been saved by Shion in some form. I'm impressed.
There's rumors flying around about people being saved by a Renin vision of beauty.
Vision of beauty? That's a bit much.
Alphen had better stay on his toes.
Where do I come into this? Am I imagining things? Or are there a lot of big Zoogles in this area?
No, I noticed that too. There's plenty of food and water to go around here. For a Zoogle, this just might be paradise.
Great, that's exactly what I wanted to hear.
Is there a reason you're looking at me so intently?
What's up, Kisara? You look concerned.
Oh, no, it's just... I'm looking at our finances and they seem to have taken a nosedive. I don't remember us making any big purchases, though.
Ah, that may be because I borrowed a small amount to purchase something the other day.
I don't think you can call spending more than half of our money a small amount.
Half? Dohalim, what the hell did you buy?
As it so happens, I came upon a rather special object that I've long been searching for.
Are you talking about that junk? I mean, that unique-looking trinket you're holding?
Whoa, is that a...
Indeed. It is a lost artifact from ancient Dahnan times. Most likely, it was used for some sort of rite or ritual. Ever since we Renans conquered Dahna, such objects have been disappearing. I simply want to do my part to help preserve both our people's storied histories.
Well, if it's to preserve Dahnan history, then I guess we can maybe look the other way. Just this once?
I don't know. Why spend money on something that won't even keep us fed?
More to the point, we all contribute to that money. I don't like the thought of anyone dipping into it without saying anything.
You must understand. Had I let that opportunity pass me by, I'd never have come across this item again.
Dohalim, maybe no one taught you that money doesn't grow on trees.
I may have been a lord, but I realize that much.
It's not enough to simply realize it. You have to internalize the concept too. Even after all this time, you still have no real sense of money. Our funds aren't your personal wallet. We camp outside and eat grass for dinner to try and stretch every last gold we have. You never know when we may need it.
I don't think we're so poor that we have to eat grass or anything.
Shut up, Alphen.
Shutting.
Let's just agree to not spend too much or be too thrifty for our own good.
Alphen, your blazing sword draws its power from Shion's Fire Master Core, right?
So I'm told.
Then why don't you use yours, Dohalim?
You mean my Earth Master Core, yes?
Yeah, I mean, you still carry it around with you, don't you?
I do. Each Master Core contains the astral energy harvested from Dahnan's slaves over the course of the last 3 centuries. Though only a select few qualified people, namely the Lords, can wield them, they nevertheless hold too much power to simply abandon.
If only the Lords are supposed to be able to use them, how come Alphen and Shion can use theirs?
That may be because Shion has embedded the Fire Master Core within her body, something which wouldn't have occurred under normal circumstances.
Okay, but why do you still carry yours around?
Just as Dahnans see Master Cores as symbols of the lives and resources robbed from them, so too do I view mine as a symbol of our lasting sins. The pain and agony wrought upon this world by my predecessors, as well as the injustice enabled by my own inaction, are all housed within my Master Core. It is a testament of all that I have done wrong. It cannot ever be used again, nor fall back into the wrong hands.
Dohalim.
You didn't differentiate between the deaths of Dahnans and the deaths of Renans.
Dahnans and Renans both spill blood and languish in agony all the same. I just couldn't bear to hear it any longer. That's all.
Little late for that.
Hey, Rinwell. What was that whole legend you were talking about earlier, back when we were by the gate?
Huh? Oh, you mean about the Darkwings? It's an old story about a Dahnan hero that's been passed down for generations.
Like I said, I sure haven't heard it before.
Yeah, me neither.
Well, long ago, there was an evil king who tried to bring all of Dahna to ruin. However, a pure black owl heard the pleas of the people and decided to help. It chose a young hero and bestowed upon them a holy flame that was capable of vanquishing the king. The story goes that the young hero challenged the king and defeated them with the flame. Seeing Dahna had been saved, the people flew the crest of the Darkwings as thanks to the owl for its help. From what I understand, it used to be a really well-known story before the Renans came.
I guess our people must have forgotten it over time. It's lucky for us you still know it. You sure are well-versed in these sorts of things, Rinwell.
You know, the part where the hero defeats the king with a flame reminds me a little of Alphen.
Come on, it's just a story. Besides, if we're talking about an owl helping anyone, Hootle would definitely choose Rinwell.
Sure, I might have helped take out our own kind of evil king with the others, but I'm definitely no hero. That and Hootle's wings aren't even black. Huh.
Hell yeah! There's no way you can complain about how this tastes!
Rinwell, mind if we chat a little? I noticed you haven't been training Hootle lately. Is he doing okay?
Yeah, he's fine. He's been catching fish with Kisara, and he seems to be adjusting his diet on his own, so I'm not as worried as before.
Maybe that's his way of pitching in, so you don't have to do everything for him.
Yeah, maybe. I guess at some point he started taking a shine to everyone too, just like they did to him.
You sound like you're okay with that.
Yeah. More than okay, really. It feels natural having Hootle and everyone around.
I know what you mean. We all support and take care of each other in our own ways. It's starting to feel like we're almost a family.
Huh. I hadn't thought of it like that. So does that make you everybody's dad?
Do I really look that old to you?
Huh? You don't like that? Okay, how about you be the big brother? Shion is the big sister. And Kisara can be our mom.
Well, then how about Dohalim for the dad?
I don't really get that kind of vibe from Dohalim. He's more like an uncle. An old uncle, who's too preachy and snarky for his own good sometimes. And as for Law... Well, Hootle took the little brother role, and Law's definitely not the dad. This is hard. Oh! Law can be the pet dog!
A dog? Do dogs really count as part of a family?
Of course they do! If an owl can be part of our family, so can a dog. When you think about it like that, we have a pretty fun family.
Yeah, a pretty big one as well.
That's why I like it so much. I wish we didn't have to do anything dangerous. I just want to keep traveling the world with you guys the way we are right now.
You okay?
Oh, it's nothing. Actually, I think I'm gonna go practice with Hootle for a bit. Hootle, let me know if you sense anything. Another day, another Gald.
A fish! You saw it too, right? Everything looks fine with the lure. All right, let's do this. Yeah! All right! Anybody could reel in that.
Not too shabby, friend.
Where should I cast my line? There we go. Well, it's not bad, per se.
You take your fishing pretty seriously.
No backing down! Armor won't save you! Here I come! I'm on it! This one's all mine! I'm on a roll now! Take this! You're finished! Rising Wyvern! You picked the wrong fight! Demon Fang! Orochi's Fury! You're mine! Oh, now's the time! Here I come!
One more!
You're finished! Rising Wyvern! You're on! You're mine! It's over!
It's time to finish this! Die! Consuming wildfire! Ready!
Eat this! Here I come!
I may have it out more than I may have. Gusty nail!
Here I come!
Let them
Rising Wyvern! You're on! Orochi's Fury! Shattering the Try harder! Here we go! Get it! Slash! Rising Wyvern! I'm on it! Talon Hurricane! This one's all mine! I'll crush you! Lightning reflexes! Tenebrous claw! Eat this! Watch this!
Dance in the wind! Air drop!
Charge like that could easily be fatal.
Just as well, I'm here to stop it.
Oh, you are... Gonna pay for that!
You won't get away with that!
Orochi's Fury!
Thunder Field!
I feel kind of funny.
Yeah, you're looking funny too.
Right. I should probably do something about that.
It's over!
Leave the enemy's arc to me!
No complaints here! Orochi's Fury! Here I come!
Nothing can carry you to shreds!
A freezing storm! Watch this! Now or never. Now I can let loose. I'm on it!
None shall escape
Orochi's
your
Fury!
raging cascade!
You're mine!
Now I'm real mad!
You're just...
Here's a healing arm. Not on my watch. Do it.
Totally! In an instant! Impact block!
Quite necessary when creating weaponry.
There are still so many creatures.
Looks perfect and tastes just as good.
Kisara, let's talk for a bit.
See you tomorrow. Before we go, do you guys have everything?
This will be a delicious piece of cake.
That freaking does it!
Knocked up! Demon Fang! You're mine! Ignite! Take this!
What's this?
Demon Fang!
I'll crush you! Lightning reflexes! Tenebrous claw!
Thunder field.
Take this!
I can handle it.
Orochi Fury!
You're mine. Lightning.
Here I come! You're finished!
Prototype field. Mega ray.
Take this! First strike! Stay still! You're done! You escape! Bad, right?
Yes, Alvin. Very bad.
I don't feel so good.
Here, let me help. Raging cat. Field. I'll fix you up. More for here goes.
I owe you one.
Now you see what I can do!
Take this!
Here, let me help.
Take this!
I'll fix you up.
It's over! Try this!
There you go!
Infernal Torrent!
Here, let me help. Aid.
You're mine! Orochi Fury!
Lightning orb. Here's a healing arm.
Take this!
In here.
You're finished!
I never bit off more than I could chew. A banana. Let's go.
Take this!
I'll crush you! Lightning reflexes! Tenebrous claw!
Here's a healing arm. Lightning. Raging
Not today! Swallow Blade! Try this!
Let's get you all
Infernal
out
Torrent! Here I come!
Air thrust. One more time.
No more playing nice!
Try harder! Take this!
I really owe
You're
you.
finished!
Rising
Here,
Air thrust. First aid. Cyan, back into the front. Raging cascade. Annihilation. Shield.
I'll stop its charge!
Thanks, Kisara. I'll be saving this one.
Take this!
I never miss.
Now I'm in the groove!
A
I
banana.
lost myself in the heat of the moment there.
You'll pay for that! I owe you! Try harder! My turn!
From death to bit.
I'm not done! Infernal Torrent!
Let me help. Just
You're
do it.
finished! Kisara! Commander of Heaven!
Phoenix Cyclone!
Hey, anyone else think this might be a touch too dangerous?
Ridwell's right. We should fall back to regroup and try again later. I came out great. Everyone's gonna be real surprised.
Hey, what's the smoke? Is it an enemy attack?
Seriously, it's making my eyes and throat burn. What the hell is going on?
It's probably some sort of gas. Try not to breathe it in as much as you can manage.
Gas? Those cowards!
Isn't this just cooking smoke?
What kind of food makes your throat burn so bad just from the smoke?
I believe Alphen is...
They're trying to gas Alphen?
What? Those sick bastards! I won't let them get away with this!
Calm yourselves and listen. I was simply trying to say that Alphen is the one cooking.
Oh?
Maybe I should throw in some more spices, just for that extra kick. Yeah, that'll help. Think I'll turn up the heat while I'm at it, too. Oh, crap. The spices burned. Well, at least the meat's coming along nicely. All right. Now, I just flip it over, and then...
Hey, Alphen? What are you doing over there?
Oh, Shion. Perfect timing. I actually just finished roasting up a chicken. Call everybody over so we can eat together. I used a ton of spices, so it's got a good punch to it. Might have overcooked it a little, but it should still taste good.
I'm starting to understand why your food always tastes so damn spicy now.
Hasn't anyone told him that it is actually possible to have too much of a good thing?
If that's the taste he truly wants, far be it from me to contradict. His cuisine is a rather delicate repast.
I'll see you again tomorrow. All right, guys. Ready to go?
No choice. You're finished! Come one, come all!
Dance in the wind! Air thrust!
Soda!
I'll take it from here. Let's see how you handle this! Deus Roar! Lightning Radiant! Now!
Totally! In an instant! Impact block!
Radiant Pierce! Ready to go! I'm out of ammo!
Ignite!
Raging Cascade!
Escape! Slash! Roaching Fury!
Photon!
Take it! You're finished!
Hey, that...
Now see that you don't get in trouble again.
First try! I'll bring you through! Take
Here's
it!
a healing arc! First aid! Freezing air!
You're mine!
Ice Tornado!
Rising Wyvern! Rising Falcon!
Eat this! Hurricane!
Here
I go! It's over! May a thousand
this!
gales carry you
You're
away!
finished! Rising Wyvern! Not get Soda! You're mine! First try!
Dance in the wind!
Roaching Fury!
I'm out!
Rising up!
That friggin' does it! Radiant Pierce!
Supernova! Try harder! Not yet!
Raging Cascade! First aid! Heal!
This one's all mine!
Annihilate! Does it! Back into the fray!
You're mine!
Annihilation!
Rising Wyvern!
You see what happened there is you crossed me. Shouldn't have done
Rising
that.
Falcon! I'm not... Not again! Now! My turn!
Here!
Try harder! Not again! You're mine! First strike! It's over!
Ready to go!
Take this!
That's what I do. I'll crush you! Lightning reflexes! Tenebrous claw!
Here's a healing arc. May the thousand gales
Hurry!
I'll fix you up. Gusty nail.
It's over! Now in the groove! Infernal current! Try harder! My turn!
Hold together, just a little longer.
Thanks for the sympathy.
Get it together. We need you informed.
Here I come!
Where are you going?
Crush! Swallow blade!
Supernova.
An astral art?
That's my cue.
Shut him down!
Do it.
Remote!
Astral energy.
Say no more.
I feel stronger. I mean, a bit.
Good. We're counting on you, Rinwell.
On me? Well, I'll do my best.
Is the blazing sword okay?
A little water's not going to hurt it.
Gone! I'm on! Come and get it! Big blast!
It's over!
Flying free? Why can't they just sit still?
Sion, can you take care of them?
No sooner said than done. Tip-top shape.
As soon as I'm done here, I'll come help out.
How could a girl ever say no?
These little ones are hardly...
This one's got your name on it.
Action to action! Damn it!
Here I come! You're finished!
Here.
Lightning Wyvern! Stardust!
Do it.
Light burst forth!
Radiant Genesis.
Hold up! Is this as valuable as I think it is?
No choice! Here I come!
Here I go.
Can't get out of this!
You're mine! First strike! Demon Blade!
Let the marksman handle this. Here I go.
You're on!
I'm only getting started.
It's over! Demon Fang!
Radiant here.
We got the advantage!
Good. Just have to make sure we keep it.
Don't worry, because Law's on it! Ringwell! Light burst forth!
Radiant Genesis.
I won't rest until I'm the best I can be.
Still striving to be on par with the Lord? An opponent like this should be easy.
Can't get out of this!
Here I come! It's over!
I'll be saving this one.
Infernal current!
Well then, I should probably think about tonight's menu.
Mahag Sar, a land where the winds scar and the clouds stretch far.
Kisara? What is he doing?
Reciting a poem, apparently. Just let him be.
Hoo-hoo. Hoo. Hoo. Hoo-hoo. Hoo.
Forgive you!
Here I come! I'm grounded!
Not on my watch!
Oh, energy! Take this!
None shall escape my judgment! It's
Rising Wyvern!
Do it!
No escape!
Astral energy! Full throttle! Cyan instant!
Slash!
May a thousand gales carry
Not
this
today!
way. Here, let me help.
Here I come!
First aid! Quite
Orochi Fury!
Wait, Cyan instant! Seal!
It's over!
Radiant Spear! Here's a healing art!
I can carve through armor! Okay, here I go! Capacity Steel! Damn it!
A new leaf on life!
You're mine!
I've let you all down.
Stay away from my... Here we go again!
Savage Roar! Instant! Thunder Field! Hurricane! Raging Hurricane! Stealthful!
You're mine!
Here, let me help!
Rising Wyvern!
Now, Mega Red! This one's got your name on it!
Action to action!
Here, let me help!
Now! Here I come!
First aid! I never miss!
It's over!
Thunder Field!
Storm! Here I come!
Dance in the wind! Instant!
Rising Wyvern! This one's all mine!
It was me!
Eat this! I'm on! Swallow Blade! Try this!
Lightning Orb! I'll cover you!
It's
All
over!
right. It's
Take
just
it!
hurricane!
It's over!
Here, feel! First aid! Far enough! None shall escape my
Here I come!
These fists have got your name on them!
It's over!
Just what the doctor ordered! Right! Magic is
Try
here!
harder! My turn!
Field!
Not again!
First aid!
Go!
More for the South!
It's too much! You're mine!
Glacial Spear! Here's the rusty nail!
I'll crush you! Lightning reflexes! Tenebrous claw!
Here's a healing
Here I
art!
come! You're finished!
Thunder Field! A freezing
Try
storm!
harder! My turn! Here I come!
Raging ice!
Not my finest.
You'll pay for that!
You just heal me? Yes. I need you, remember?
Top right.
Us away.
Here I come! Orochi Fury! Ready to go! Coming through! Ha! Now! Scarlet Inferno!
Here's a healing art!
This
Raging
one's all
Cascade!
mine! You're mine! Ha!
Here, let me help.
Blast!
It's
Swallow
not in your
Blade!
dreams!
Slash!
May a thousand nails
You're
carry you
right!
away! Rusty nails!
Do it! One! Take! Blow them away!
I'm even stronger than before.
I sense a strange power from this.
Here, let me help.
You're mine! It's over! You're done! Not today! Swallow Blade! Orochi's Fury! Here I come!
Freaking
Take this! Rising Light!
Prepare to be sealed, O fleet of foes. Actually, perhaps bound is more appropriate.
Let's talk more doing.
I'm Rising Wyvern! Here I go! Plasma Shock! You're mine! You're finished!
Let me help.
I'm on it!
Here goes!
It's over!
Hey, when did I get so popular?
Strike!
If it's in the sky, it's mine.
I'm not done! We did it!
These little ones are hardly worth our time.
Less talking, more pummeling.
Cut them apart here. Our work is done here. Let's move.
I'm right behind you, Shion.
Maybe something's going on in the forest.
That's no ordinary enemy I see over there.
It'll be a breeze. Get in, get out.
You picked the wrong fight! Try again!
Where are you going? Let's get you out of the way.
First Demon Fang!
Radiant
You're
Sun!
mine!
Do it!
It's sealed!
This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
See you continue on in that
Now!
vein.
I'm out of it! This ends now!
Consider yourself finished! Not again!
Vanquish
You're
darkness!
on! Rising Wyvern! It's over! Starter!
Do it! Go for it!
Prepare to crumble.
Wish they were all that easy.
Yeah, I think we might be getting too strong.
Isn't that good?
Play along, would you?
I'm not done!
Take this!
You're mine!
The tide of battle has turned.
That's the power of comrades
you
in
all
arms.
off.
Right. Comrades in arms.
What? Too sentimental?
Take this! You're finished! Rising Wyvern! My turn! Swallow Blade! Orochi's Fury! Here I come! You're done! Take this! Rising Wyvern! Timber!
Astral energy!
Say no more.
You sure showed them.
All in a day's work.
This will be a delicious piece of cake!
Swallow Blade!
That's enough! Take
Freeze
this!
Lancer!
Here I come!
Divine
Come and face me! Rising Wyvern! I'm not done! Start up!
Now!
Got fire!
All yours, Kisara.
Radiant Run!
My turn! You're mine!
Leave the ensnaring to me.
Yeah! And cover it to me!
You're finished!
Now! Dohalim!
All yours, Kisara.
My turn! Take this!
There! Got
We're cleaning house!
Let me take the rest of it!
Wow, someone's feeling lively. You are in tip-top shape.
As soon as I'm done here,
Hey,
come help out.
see that you don't
Commander of Heaven! Phoenix Cyclops!
Am I on a roll or what?
Well, look who's in a bright and shiny mood. Phew, what a rush.
What's with that shiny foe over there?
Brace yourselves! This one's tough! You're finished! Rising Wyvern!
Confiscated.
Talon Hurricane!
Here I come! It's over!
Radiant
Rising
Torpedo!
Wyvern!
Pesky airborne scoundrels.
Sounds like a job for yours truly.
Come one, come all!
The enemy wields us too.
We'll soon see about that.
You're mine! You're finished!
Eat this!
Do it! Astral energy. Full throttle.
Now!
Glacial spear. Pierce
You're
evil.
finished!
Freeze Lancer.
Swallow Blade!
Talon, do it!
Demon Still!
This ends now.
Consider yourself finished!
That's some power you wield.
You're the one who did the heavy lifting.
We should be able to cook here. You can never be too prepared. But did...
I feel all bent out of shape.
That was nothing.
Make sure to get some good rest. I think we've rested long enough. Let's keep moving.
This place gives me the creeps. You really think that Lord is hiding out here?
Be careful. The air is dense with astral energy. Something's not quite right about this place.
How are you able to pick up on all this stuff anyway? Is it something that all astral arts wielders can do?
I must admit, I'm curious myself. Perhaps her Danon bloodline has something to do with it.
Dohalim.
Apologies. I meant no disrespect.
Stay alert, everyone. There's a good chance that she already knows we're here.
Something feels odd here. Be on your guard.
Finally, some open space again.
think Hootle senses something.
I see plenty of ruins around here, too. It must have been a big town bustling with people back in the day.
For Crown Contest participants, places such as these are but vectors for the astral energy they pursue. Similar to that windmill, for instance.
I think the animals back at the ranch should be all grown up by now.
Something feels odd here. Be on your guard.